Okay.
Right, he's in the booth.
Contestants, how you doing? Welcome to our show. Why don't you tell me how many people are going to be playing this game? Alright, we're doing the solo thing. I need a name here.
Well, fine, I can give him that.
One other thing. Are you looking for a 7-question tournament game or more like a full... Thanks, Jones. I can dig that.
30 seconds.
Okay, your buzzer is the letter B as in better luck next time.
Do all these questions have to be about
ants in your
sport?
pants. I'm making it happen. 20 seconds.
That's 20.
20 seconds, oh shit. Okay, when you know an answer, buzz in. If you don't. But if you buzz, you only got a few seconds to pick one of the choices or you're gonna lose cash, alright?
Good luck.
Okay, here we go. Lose the desktop. Okay, thank you. Go to black. Great. Okay, guys, stand by.
Domo arigato, buddy. Got a motor.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
All right, welcome to You Don't Know Jack Sports Edition. Hey, just you and me for this show, huh? All right, let's rock and roll.
We're number one. We're number one.
The name of this category is He Shoots, She Scores. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Remember Hester Prynne, the main character from The Scarlet Letter, who had to wear an A on her chest? Because of the A she had to wear, if Hester Prynne from The Scarlet Letter were a member of an NHL team, what would the referees think she was? An anterior defenseman, the goalie on A nights, an alternate captain, or the assistant coach? Both Hester and the alternate captain in hockey wear the letter A. The alternate captain makes decisions if the captain isn't around, like if he's been charged with a game misconduct, a match penalty, or adultery. All right, come on, hit me.
Down. Question 2.
The category behind this question is, hell no, we won't take millions of dollars. Okay, this might be a toughie. It's worth $3,000. Okay, we all know that in baseball it's 3 strikes and you're out, right? As of 1996, if the Baseball Players Union has had a strike counted against them for every time they've been on strike, the players have 1 out and they're 1 strike away from having 2 down. And if they ever do get that extra strike, I recommend we make hitting the batter legal. Okie dokie, give me a cat. The category? It comes with the territory. $1,000 for a right answer. On your marks, get set, here's the question. If you jog regularly and experience chafing on your chest from your shirt bouncing up and down, what is the actual medical term for your affliction? Chafe? I think you have loser's disease. Should have picked this. Runner's nipple. It's when your shirt chafes against your nipples, causing them to become tender, red, and sometimes bloody. A minute ago I was hungry. Now I'm hungrier. Category time. And this category is prostitutes on ice. Okay, $2,000 is coming your way if you get this one. Hang on tight. Here we go. If Heidi Fleiss joined a hockey team and was penalized for hooking, why would she be sent off the ice? She used her stick to hold someone, she jabbed a guy with the butt end of her stick, she grabbed an opponent's stick, or she punched a referee in the face. Oddly enough, this is called butt ending. And if it isn't consensual, you're off the ice. Well, in case you're curious about the correct answer, using your stick to hold or injure someone is called hooking. And hooking Heidi back is gonna cost you extra. How about it?
The corner pocket, number 5.
Here's your category. You can't go in again. And we are talking $1,000 for this question. Hey, remember General Douglas MacArthur, famous for saying, "I shall return"? Well, let's say Mac's an active participant in several sports. In which sport would Mac be unable to return after being pulled by President Truman? Hockey, basketball, soccer, or football? Not gonna dat. Anyone interested in the right answer? Here you go. In soccer, once you come out of the game, you can't go back in.
Sounds like a red conspiracy to me.
Uh-oh, West Truck licks 9 more.
It's time for a ticklish Tesco.
The category for this gibberish question, the Twit Anti-Defamation Society. Opening value, $5,000. Now you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this puzzle, but I'll be taking a little bit of money away every second and a half. Okay, now tell me, with what baseball phrase does this rhyme? Don't be fooled by the punctuation. Twits bring more to like bull. Ooh, you think you got it. Uh-oh, maybe next time you won't be so twitchy. All Goober needs is a triple, and he's twits bring more to like bull. However, hitting on a cycle is a very different thing. Okie doke.
Under the rim with question 7.
And the category is things that can ruin your game. This question's worth $2,001 bills. Okay, coming at you. Heads up. Based on comments attributed to former CBS golf commentator Ben Wright in 1995, which of the Smith, who's definitely not mammarily challenged, would make a bad golfer according to the quote, because when women swing their clubs, their boobs get in the way. CBS suspended Wright for his alleged comments. I guess they thought he's just a boob that gets in the way. And the category is, wow, a talking bear. And this one's going to be worth $3,000. Get set and imagine this. In an effort to get food, Yogi Berra is entertaining Jellystone Park visitors by reciting famous quotes by baseball's Yogi Berra. Which one of these will Ranger Smith? Ow, do you have a little boo-boo? And here's the right answer. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Yogi Berra is not famous for saying that. He said it ain't over till it's over. And sometimes Ranger Smith likes to tell Yogi, it ain't over till I have you shot and mounted in my office.
Runners, take your mark. Set. 9. Whoops.
The category is uneven parallel drinking. Okay, swing this one and I'll give you $2,000. Ready on the trigger? Pull. Suppose gymnast Mitch Gaylord opened a sports bar featuring a drink named for his famous Gaylord flip. Hey, this might sting a little. Let's take a look at the big money answer. Mitch Gaylord was the first gymnast to perform one full somersault from the high bar. And remember, it's a move that's best when it's straight up, not on the rocks.
No, my rocks!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Here's the category. Give him to Dizzy. He'll eat anything. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. All right, let's get this ball rolling. If St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Dizzy Dean had come out with his own breakfast cereal, which slogan would have best utilized his well-known saying? Baseball been very, very good to me. Breakfast ain't over till it's over. It ain't bragging if it tastes good or nice. No, but hey, kids, why not have Leo DeRocher for breakfast? Let's take a look at the correct answer. One of Dizzy Dean's famous quotes is, it ain't bragging if you can do it. Yeah, that Dizzy never tried to hide his wrongful grammar. All right, that's 1 round down. Now don't get distracted by the round card, girl, because we're off to round 2. All right, this is round 2, and 2 is twice 1, which means all the questions are double. Sounds good, huh? Okay, let's do it.
U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi, 11.
This one's gonna be just a second there, Dave. And this one's $4,000 for a right answer. Okay, listen up. In the final game of the 1972 NFL season, running back Dave Hampton became the first Atlanta Falcon to run for 1,000 yards in a single season. Dave Hampton was immediately awarded the game ball after he surpassed 1,000 yards, but why might the officials have wanted to take the ball back after the game? He was not the real Dave. After breaking the 1,000-yard barrier, Hampton lost yardage on his next carry and finished the season with only 995 yards. Oops, guess who felt silly after the game? Dave did. Uh-oh, Test Cuss Tits Dime Store.
Once again, it's time for a Liquor Pistol Stone.
All right, now here's your category for this gibberish question. Strike-breaking pilots. And if you're really fast, you can get up to 10,000 bucks for this gibberish question. Okay, now remember, you don't have a lot of time here, so the less time you take, the more money you make. Here we go. Tell me something. With what TV commercial jingle does this rhyme? Biff fly, good. He fight strike. Okay, let's see what you got. Okay. What, did your friends tell you that if you typed this in, I'd start swearing at you and everyone would feel real naughty and then you could all high-five each other and feel real crazy and kooky and then I'd take away your points? Well, consarn it, you freaking player. You better watch your score, you dumb poopy head. All right, recess is over. Let's get back to the game. Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up, Billy?
Fight strike. Biff fly, good he fight strike.
Yeah, you and every other kid in the universe.
The thrill of victory, the agony of 13.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. When bad boys throw things. And this one shouldn't be too tough. 4K for this one. Okay, time to go through some celebrity trash. Let's see, what do we got here? I see 1, 2, 3 Wimbledon trophies, a couple of disposable John McEnroe, tennis star, Razor spokesman, part-time musician, and former companion to Tatum O'Neal. Yeah! Hey, and I just found a copy of the Bad News Bears. All right.
Come on, ref. It's falling. 14. 14.
Sit down. The category is pop quiz in a cup. And if you can figure this one out, I can pay you 4,000 bucks. All right, get yourself set. It's time. In which of the following sports is a player most likely to test positive for the use of prolate spheroids? Geometrically speaking, a football is a prolate spheroid. Yeah! People, don't eat the brown prolate spheroids.
It's question 15. It's question 15.
And the category is very uncomfortable costumes. And I'll pay you $4,000 if you get this one right. All right, pay attention. Here comes the question. If Batman special ordered some new bat suits made from the same materials used in the manufacturing of Little League baseball bats, which kind of costume would he not receive? Wooden bat suit? No, they do actually make graphite baseball bats. So when you strike out with one, you can use it to write your own K in the scorebook. You know what you could have picked? You could have picked this. Adamantium is the generic stronger-than-steel substance used widely in the world of comic books. It hasn't been invented yet in the real world. Oh.
16.
The name of this category is After Shock Comes What? And this one's going to be worth $2,000. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. If a lightning strike during a baseball game results in a dead battery, who has been killed? The batter and on-deck hitter, the pitcher and catcher, every infielder, or everyone in the dugout? No, that would be a dead team. Here's what you should have guessed. The battery is the pitcher and catcher, which explains that funny taste you get when you hold them against your tongue.
9 plus 8. 10 plus 7.
The category behind this question is, suddenly Robin doesn't seem so worthless. And there's $6,000 at the end of this question. Okay, this one's a little tricky. Let's see how well you remember your superheroes. Apache Chief is to the Atom as whom is to whom. Manute Bol is to Muggsy Bogues. Bill Lambier is to the Joker. Michael Adams is to Robert Parrish, or Michael Jordan is to Greg Louganis. Oh, I get it. Michael Adams and the Chief, Robert Parrish. You know, there is such a thing as being too clever. Let's see what a good player would have answered. Apache Chief grew really big, the Atom got really small, and Manute and Muggsy were at one time the tallest and shortest men in the NBA. And both of them were much more interesting to watch than Apache Chief. All right, come on.
How many holes in golf?
18!
And this category is, man, that's really dumb. It's gonna be worth $4,000. All right, listen to this. In the early days of football, instead of 4 downs to get 10 yards, you had 3 downs to gain 5 yards to keep possession. What was the other official way for a football team to maintain possession of the ball? Keep the ball from the opponent for 10 seconds, punt the ball to themselves, lose 10 yards and 3 downs, or announce that they'd lost. If you lost 10 yards and 3 downs, you got a first down.
Yeah!
If they had that rule today, the Jets would be perennial contenders.
Illegal use of the hands on question 19.
The category? Trash can cozies. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. All right, it's time to go dumpster diving. Let's see what's in the celebrity trash bin. We got some sheet music for It's Alright to Cry, notes for a sermon, some old shoulder pads, and some tangled needlepoint thread. Whose trash is it? Jim Brown. Football great Rosie Greer is an ordained minister, does needlepoint, and sang It's Alright to Cry on the Free to Be You and Me album. And I imagine It's Alright to Cry is a pretty comforting thought if Rosie Greer just landed on top of you. Here's your category. A history of bad music. And this is $4,000 here. Everything in place? Because here she comes. Based on its title alone, which tune would make the most appropriate theme song for volleyball creator William G. Morgan? Muskrat Love, 3 Times a Lady, Gypsy. William G. Morgan developed volleyball while he was fitness instructor at a YMCA. Yeah! And the first volleyball team dressed as a cowboy, a policeman, an Indian, a construction worker, and a biker.
The attack is upon you. If you see 2 words together and they form a match, buzz in. $2,000 will be yours if you're right, but each time you're wrong, $2,000 shall be taken away. But be not fooled, not all matches are true. Remember the clue. It must be a match that fits this clue. Who's playing whom? That's your clue. You're playing the attack. Good luck.
But you nailed one at the end. Let's see how you really did. That's the game.
Hey player, you ever hear that expression, just scratching the surface? Well, maybe you'll get that far next time. Or maybe not, since it seems to me that...
You don't know Jack!
Okay, great show, everybody. Cue commercials, and Cookie, can you find out what's happening with the contestants?
Listen, excuse me, whenever you feel like playing again, you should... Okay, people, we're out!
How about it? Hit 1. The category is what NFL players do at recess. Oh yes, this one's worth 3,000 bananas. Hey, remember the kids' game Red Rover? You'd yell, Red Rover, send so-and-so over. Judging by the number of players traded between the 2 teams, which 2 teams might you say took part in the largest round? The Saints and the Falcons? Nah, they're both more like the kid who always gets picked last. And let's see the correct answer. In 1953, the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Colts traded 15 players.
And then they all had some cookies and milk before nap time.
Okay.
Number 2.
The category is... My part's a little light. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Wipe off your finger and get it ready. Let's get busy. Harold Sakata was an Olympic medalist in the light heavyweight weightlifting class. Like many of his fellow medalists, he went on to an acting career. What was his R-O-N-G? Wrong! This is the correct answer. Sakata played the evil Odd Job in Goldfinger. They discovered Harold's talent when a judge called a no lift, and Harold killed him with a really sharp hat.
3.
This one's gonna be, let's spike Mike. Okay, this isn't gonna be easy, but you're looking at $3,000. Uh-oh, trouble in the Brady household has got Mike and Carol thinking about trying to get rid of the kids. If Mike and Carol Brady wanted to replace their bratty children with new kids under the rules of U.S. indoor volleyball, up to how many kids could they substitute? Just Greg, Marcia and Greg, Peter J. Incorrecto! Too bad you didn't pick this. You can make 6 substitutions in volleyball, but they might want to consider holding on to Marcia. She's got a great set. 4! Here's the category. Marky marking. Okay, $2,000 is coming your way if you get this one. So, you feeling anxious? Me too. Let's go. If rapper-actor Marky Mark spent most of his time marking at a soccer game, what would he be doing? Guarding an opposing player, using a series of long passes, scoring unassisted? How can you forget the Funky Bunch? Come on! And here's the right answer. If Marky Mark prances in front of an opposing player, it's known as marking. But I think he's really just trying to keep his pants from falling down completely.
I see London. You owe me 5.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Doing it the one-handed Austrian way. Okay, shouldn't be too tough. This question's going to be worth $1,000. Okay, hang tight, put your finger on your buzzer. Here's the question. If Arnold Schwarzenegger decided to take on Arnie's Army in his next action flick, where would you expect the final battle? Arnie's Army, as Arnold Palmer fans call themselves, would line up at the Augusta National Golf Course to watch Arnold compete.
Hasta la vista, Arnie.
Uh-oh, best putts fits mine, whore.
It's time for a Tinkerlick Test.
Here's your gibberish category. Maybe some penicillin would help. The opening value is 5,000 clammies. All right, to solve this puzzle, you got to think fast, because every second and a half, I'm ticking off a little bit of cash. All right, tell me something. What annual event does this rhyme with? The warm pea gave me pain. Hint number 1. It's a famous football game. Okay, let's see if you know it. Goes for the gold. Ends up with the goose egg. Whoa, Nelly! It's the midshipmen and the cadets, and the warm pea gave me pain. And maybe they wouldn't have all that pain if they paid attention to those hygiene films.
Under the Rim with question 7.
And the category is, I've got your package tour right here. Okay, swing this one and I'll give you $2,000. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. On your next package tour, you find yourself camped out in left center field of Yankee Stadium. Where did you tell your dim-witted travel agent you wanted to go? The Grand Canyon, the Bermuda Triangle, Death Valley, or the East Bank? No, the Bermuda Triangle is where you can find Fernando Valenzuela's career. Anyone interested in the right answer? Here you go. Since it's so far from home plate, left center field of Yankee Stadium is known as Death Valley. Isn't Jimmy Hoffa buried out there?
2, 4, 6, 8. Question 8 is jailbait. Go 8.
The category behind this question is children's stories and gutter language. And there's $1,000 riding on this one. Get ready to buzz, because here it comes. Let's say Foxy Loxy is bowling. Because he's particularly fond of rolling strikes.
Your score is falling! Your score is falling!
Should have picked this. A turkey is 3 strikes in a row. And someone should tell Foxy Loxy that in bowling shoes, he looks like Dorky Lorky.
Runners, take your mark. Set. 9. Whoops.
And the category is Kelly's Heroes. All right, $3,000 is riding on this one. All right, let's get this ball rolling. If the title Olympic gold medalist were hereditary, who would have inherited it from 1920s Olympic rower Jack Kelly? Actress Grace Kelly, quarterback Jim Kelly, clown Emmett Kelly, or baseball star King Kelly? Speaking of clowns, Let's take a look at the correct answer. Jack Kelly, a former bricklayer, fathered Grace Kelly, future Princess of Monaco. And I'm sure she'd much rather have been known as rowing medalist Kelly instead of that inconsequential-sounding Princess Grace. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10!
Here's your category. National Lampoon's Pro Tour. This question's worth $2,001 bills. Imagine that in the next National Lampoon movie, Clark Griswold drags his family across the country on a tour of sports arenas. If Clark Griswold took a picture of each member of his family next to a statue of a legendary sports figure, No, the Griswolds have a very nice picture of Rusty high-fiving MJ in front of the United Center, along with 150 million other tourists. Well, in case you're curious about the correct answer, there's no statue of Ernie Banks at Wrigley Field. But don't tell that to Chevy Chase. He thinks this movie idea is just the thing for his career right now. Silly Chevy. All right, that's 10 questions down. For 10 more, let's go on to round 2. Okay, pay attention because all the sports questions in round 2 are worth more money. All right, let's go. Category time. What's it? 11. And this category is not much in the corners, but they sure can play the banjo. And we are talking 4,000 big ones. Hang on tight. Here we go. If movie heroes Billy Jack and Billy Joe McAllister were famous for European bobsledding instead of butt-kicking and bridge hopping, what would be the most appropriate name for their two-man sled? The Billy Bob Sleigh, the Billy Boblet, the... Nah, you must be thinking of Santa and Billy Bob Claus. Let's take a look at the big money answer. Boblet is the European term for two-man bobsled. Billy Bob is the American term for hick. How about... Uh-oh, Wes Musrich climb more.
Once again, it's time for a Nickerclish Rescue.
Your category for this gibberish question is Tin Woodsman and Embarrassing Situations. Opening value for this gibberish question is 10,000 beans. Okay, now remember, the faster you solve this puzzle, the more money you win. Hello, tell me something. What famous quote does this rhyme with? Tin Bun tore a zipper. How about a hint? It's from a movie. Field of Dreams. No, wait. Bull Durham. No, wait. A movie starring an ex-president. Go for it. Type in your answer and hit return. Oh, that was a valiant effort. You almost got it. But the accent is on the almost. Remember this scene from Newt Rockney, All American? So when the chips are down, coach, and the brakes are beating the boys, I want you to tell them to go out there and tin bun tour a zipper.
Sorry, Gip, but to be honest, the guys never liked you all that much.
13!
The name of this category is... Thank God her name isn't Splooging. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. On your marks, get set, here's the question. If Peggy Fleming were practicing the sport for which she's famous and let fly with some phlegm, what would she have? A wet goober in a pool, loogies on ice, a hawker soaring through the upper atmosphere, or oil... Yeah. You know what you could have picked? You could have picked this. Peggy Fleming is an ice skater, and I'm sure she never hawks phlegm. But if she did, do you think she could make it spin around 3 times before it hit the ground?
Come on, Rev. It's falling. 14. 14!
Sit down! The category? Little women with vicious uppercuts. And this one is not going to be easy. $6,000. All right, pay attention. Here comes the question. Meg, Joe, Beth, and Amy from Little Women enter a boxing tournament. If Meg is a lightweight, Joe is a featherweight, Beth is a flyweight, and Amy is a bantamweight, who is the lightest? Amy? Knockout! Yeah! You know, I think more boxing fans would have dug that novel if Beth died fighting in the ring.
Love 15.
And the category is... Ready for thy joust, Sir Buttkiss? You get this toughie, and I'll give you $6,000. Okay, coming at you. Heads up. Codpiece is to jockstrap as pauldron is to what? Helmet. Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, wait, yes I could have. This is the correct answer. The pauldron covered the shoulders of armor-wearing knights. And if Dick Butkus had dressed as a knight, we'd have a whole new definition of spearing.
Down, Jen!
How about it? Hit me with the category.
Give me a 6! 6! Give me a team! Team! 16!
The category is nose tackles and bad hair days. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. All right, get yourself set. It's time. Let's say hairdresser Vidal Sassoon were also a football player.
I'm so embarrassed. I got split ends and helmet hair.
Too bad you didn't pick this. No bald spots, just a few hairy backs with acne. Category time. This one's gonna be, and the freak you rode in on. And if you can figure this one out, I can pay you $4,000. Uh-oh, due to a scheduling error, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus is performing at Churchill Downs on the same day as the Kentucky Derby. Say they decide to combine the circus and the Kentucky Derby. According to the official rules, which circus freak could definitely not compete as a jockey in the race? The bearded lady. A horse must carry a total of exactly 126 pounds in a Triple Crown race.
Yeah!
Well, the fat man could always ride Dog Boy at the Greyhound track. Okay.
18.
Here's the category. Divine Intervention and the NFL. And this one's $4,000 for a right answer. Ready on the trigger? Pull. If the NFL were to assemble a personal highlights film for God, which of the following famous football moments could it not? No, the Holy Roller involved a 1978 fumble that was recovered for a touchdown. It's also the name of God's official roller coaster. Thank you. Try the veal. And let's see the correct answer. The Lord's Player. There's never been a Lord's Player, although I do remember seeing guys get nailed into the goalpost plenty of times. Okie doke.
19 here! Get your ice cold 19!
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Is there a dog tour in the house? $6,000 is riding on this one. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. If Lassie, Benji, and Rin Tin Tin were playing croquet and Benji started licking everyone's rover balls, what would he be licking? Balls belonging to the next set of players, balls that have gone out of bounds, balls on... Have you seen other dogs check each other out? I don't think anybody's balls are out of bounds. Let's see what a good player would have answered. Rover balls are balls that have been through every wicket but haven't hit the final stake. Hey, Benji says they taste like chicken. And the croquet balls do too. All right, come on.
20.
The category is heads like solid granite. Hello, this one's worth $6,000. So, you feeling anxious? Me too. Let's go. Because their show is also the name of a rock climbing aid, which of the following TV show casts might you see jammed into the solid rock on your neck? Square pegs. You're wrong, you're wrong. Here's what you should have guessed. Friends are devices wedged in cracks that are used as footholds for climbers. I know you're waiting for a Jennifer Aniston crack joke, but it's not going to happen. I like Jennifer Aniston. I think she's dreamy. Category...
Okay, you know what to do, so swing away. But remember the clue. Loudmouths and their former teams. Sounds pretty straight ahead to me. Does it to you? Good luck.
Well, player, you're like the diver who can't swim. You're still below the surface, but it sure was fun to watch. Yeah, it looks like the judges say...
You don't know Jack!
Okay, great show, everybody. Cue commercials, thank you, and Cookie, what's the story with the contestants?
All right, if you want to play again, you just gotta let me know whenever you're...
60 seconds.
Literally, the Death Stalker searches for you.
Yeah, we got a problem here. The BFD indicator light seems to be out.
It's not the loss of weight.
Hi, my name is Raul, one of the producers here at You Don't Know Jack. Good job, by the way, on installing the game, and I promise we won't rifle through your personal files while you're playing. And how many players do we have today? One player. Super. Tell me your name.
I think she has absolutely no sense of style.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I also need to know if you had plans for a 21-question game or... Thank you.
Heads will roll.
30 seconds.
Your buzzer is the letter B. That's B as in buttock. One singular buttock.
Mavis.
Sorry, I hope I wasn't boring you. Hey, strike up the band. Let's start the game.
For the enjoyment of everyone during question 1, please, no unnecessary talking.
Shh. This one's called One Man's Vandalism is Another Man's Art, and you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Say, did you ever put your initials in fresh cement? Well, it's a good thing the folks in Hollywood are more mature than that. If the first stars to leave their mark in the cement in front of Grauman's Chinese Theater had done so in a less than mature fashion, what might tourists be reading today? Judy Garland and Mickey Rooney forever? Doug Fairbanks loves... No, but I hear Trigger left something else on the Walk of Fame. Let's see what a correct answer looks like. Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford were the first stars memorialized on the sidewalk. The mothers at the ceremony interrupted to remind everyone not to step on any cracks. Okay.
Cut the red wire! Watch out, it's gonna blow!
That was close.
Too close.
This category's known as It Takes Two to File a Lawsuit. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. If Judge Wapner from the People's Court called the title character from Witness as a surprise witness, what might you see happen on the show? Judge Wapner lecturing a blind woman, an Amish boy swearing on a Bible, Doug Llewellyn interviewing a... Oh boy, shouldn't have done that. Should have picked this. The witness in Witness is a young Amish boy who sees a murder in a train station bathroom. Sucks for the Amish kid, though. None of his friends would see him on TV. I need
a question so real you can almost touch it.
Filmed in spectacular 3D.
Coming at you, I want to rock and roll all night and then sleep. And we're talking $2,000 for this baby. Strap on your helmet, we're going in. If the 1947 version of Kiss of Death had starred the members of the rock band Kiss, which scene would we have seen in the movie? Gene Simmons spitting blood on a cop, Paul Stanley bench pressing a stripper, Ace Frehley wearing a wire? I wonder if that's how he came up with the song Shock Me. Trust me, the Kiss fans out there, they got that one. It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this. In the original Kiss of Death, Richard Widmark gleefully pushes an old woman in a wheelchair down a flight of stairs. Apparently, she borrowed his makeup. Let's give a nice warm welcome to Monty Python and the Job Application. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Hey, you know that movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Well, say the Knights Who Say Knee are accepting new members into their fellowship. Because they can't bear to hear his name, which applicant would they have trouble interviewing? Michael Knight, Dr. No, Bob Newhart, or Cousin It? Let's take a look at the right answer. The word it causes the Knights Who Say Knee quite a bit of discomfort, so they'd have a difficult time interviewing Cousin It from the Addams Family. Although I hear he's considering changing his name to Cousin
Eki Patang.
Piece of crime all the time. 5.
you on this. Kids these days. I'm giving out $3 grand for a right answer. Let's see how you handle this one. If Bernardo Bertolucci's 1979 film Luna were remade today as one of those Honey, I Did Something Wacky to the Kids movies, which of these would be the best title? Honey, I cut the kids' heads off. Honey, I had sex with the kids. Honey, the kids aren't ours. Or, honey, this money ain't yours. Bet you wish you'd pick this. In the 1979 film Luna, Jill Clayburgh has sex with her son. No brainer, though. Who wouldn't rather have sex with Jill Clayburgh than Rick Moranis? King Kong slipped here. He was shot down from the top of the Empire State Building in the original, but wouldn't exactly call that slipping. Oh, wait a minute. I get it. Buckle up, buccos. We're going on a fiber optic field trip to the Big Apple. We're talking about the city so nice, they named it twice. New York, New York. Area code 212. Hey kids, go pack a sack lunch, cause we're going on a fiber optic field trip. Okay, let's get out the white pages here and call Edward Donahue. Edward Donahue. Okay, and we're dialing Eddie in New York. Looks like someplace in Manhattan. Okay, it's ringing.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. Is Edward Donahue there?
Speaking.
Great. Mr. Donahue, listen, my name's Cookie, and I'm the host of a movie trivia game put out by You Don't Know Jack. I'm sure that name rings a bell for you.
No, I don't think I've heard of you before.
Oh. Okay. You've been living under a rock. Well, listen, what we do is we put out a trivia game about the movies, and this is your chance to be a part of trivia game history. No kidding. I mean, this is really big. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So how about it? All you have to do is come up with a movie trivia question for us. So what do you say, Ed? Oh, do you mind if I call you Ed?
Yeah, actually call me Ted, actually, is what I go by. Edward's my my formal name, but
okay,
it says my
yeah.
name they
Slow down there. What do you do for a living, Ted?
Actually, I'm a bond broker.
You break bonds? Hey, that's Wall Street stuff, isn't it? Very impressive.
Yeah, it's a little, to be honest with you, it's a little duller than it sounds. It's kind of just, it's kind of like I'm a stockbroker, but our product is bonds, not stock.
Fascinating. Okay, Teddy, enough of the chit-chat. You want to help us out with our little game here?
What, I just give you one movie trivia question? Is that what it is?
Uh-huh. That's it.
Yeah, I could do that, I guess.
Excellent. All right, Ted. I'm going to put you on with one of our producers, and we'll get back to you in just a bit, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Ted Donahue from New York, New York. The town's so nice, they named it New York. All right, let's go check out some categories. I need a
password.
Yeah, tell him 6 sent me.
For your enjoyment, would you like Depardieu fries with that? 2 G's if you get this one right. As everybody knows, it's illegal in France to make a feature film without casting Gerard Depardieu, or at least one would think. If Gerard Depardieu were required by law to star in every American remake of a French film, in which film would he not appear? Summersby, Point of No Return, My Dinner with Andre is not based on a French film, so there's no reason to cast Gerard Depardieu. Then again, there's really no reason to watch 2 guys eat and talk about themselves for 2 hours either, so hey, sign them up. Okay.
7 is the number that I'm suggesting. He's suggesting 7, he's suggesting 7.
The category? Aussies on skates. $1,000 if you get it. You know, the 1980 Olivia Newton-John movie isn't the first time in movie history that we were introduced to a fabulous place called Xanadu. Because his hangout and her roller disco share the same name, which movie character might you catch roller skating with Olivia Newton-John? The Creature from the Black Lagoon, Danny Zuko, Charles Foster Kane, or Hans? Tell me more, tell me more. Did you lower your score? The correct answer is Xanadu is both the name of Kane's home in Orson Welles' classic Citizen Kane and the roller disco in Olivia's movie Xanadu. You know what they say, great minds think alike. Hey, all right, guess what you just picked? It's time to play Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat is Murphy Brown with subtitles. Okay, I'm gonna read off 7 movie titles, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's an Ingmar Bergman film or a Candice Bergen film. As each one comes up, if it's Bergman, press 1. If it's Bergen, press 2. And press 4 if you want to skip. I give you $500 for each right answer, and $500 will be taken away if you get it wrong or don't get to it. Okay, can I have 30 seconds on the clock, please? Let's dance. Oliver Story. Fanny. The Seventh Seal. Colonel Nut. Wild Strawberry. The Med. Last one, the Wendigo. That's all of them. You only got 3 right, but look at it this way. At least you're done. Well, you're not terrible. I mean, I don't know you as a person, but, well, let's move on. Okay, give it up for Artificial Smoke and Mirrors. You get this one right, and it's $3,000. Alrighty, imagine Doug Henning, David Copperfield, and Siegfried and Roy are all starring in a zany new comedy called It's a Magic, 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 Magic World. In order to capture their best work on film, the magician... That's The Witching Hour, Spielberg. For the curious, here's the right answer. Because the qualities of natural light the hour or so before sunset are so valuable to cinematographers, they call it the magic hour. Tonight they're shooting the scene where they're stuffed in an iron safe and thrown in the bottom of a lake.
Welcome to the world of illusion.
Say hello to Dingoes Ate My Wapner. And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. Hey, it's time to go diving through the dumpster of a fictional character. Let's see, I've got some casino chips, 246 toothpicks, a copy of TV Guide with the People's Court circled, and a brochure from Qantas Airlines. Raymond Rainman Babbitt calculates odds, counts like a madman, loves the People's Court, and will only fly Qantas. He can also calculate how many millions he'll make off the movie's marketing and profit percentages. 1 down, round 2 to go. Let's get on it. Every question in round 2 is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it. Okay, we're back on our fiber optic field trip with Ted Donahue. Hey, Ted, you still with us?
I'm still here.
Okay, hit us with your question, Ted.
The category is, don't you need a permit for that?
And it's going to be worth $5,000.
So put your fingers on your buttons, and here we go. If you took the stars in the movie Bonfire of the Vanities and tossed them onto a real bonfire, which of these actors would not be roasting alive? Melanie Griffith.
Take it! Hey, Ted, what about Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis is very wrong.
Ted, you stumped him. Tell him what they should have picked.
You should have picked Michael Douglas. He lit up the screen in the movie Wall Street, not Bonfire of the Vanities.
Ted, you rock. Great question.
Hey, thanks a lot. That was a lot of fun.
Well, Ted, you know, we do what we can. Anyway, thank you very much and good luck to you.
I appreciate it. And you guys, good luck to you, too.
Ted Donahue from New York, New York. All right, let's go check out some categories. Let's see what we got going. Pacino, no. How does $2,000 sound? Okay, picture this. You're stargazing in La La Land when you bump into none other than Mr. Al Pacino. Naturally, you start babbling.
Oh, Mr. Pacino, I loved you in Heat and The Bronx Tale. Your work is an honor to Italian-Americans everywhere.
What could be Al Pacino's honest response? Did you know I directed Heat? I wasn't in Heat. Maybe you're thinking of Robert De Niro. Or, I'm 100% Greek.
How do you say, no?
Here's what you should have picked. Italian-American actors Robert De Niro and Al Pacino starred in Heat together, but only De Niro starred in A Bronx Tale. Yeah, De Niro and Pacino, I always get those two confused, just like Morgan Freeman and Morgan Fairchild. I need a category. 13. I proudly present, your badge is cold. You give me a right answer, I give you a quick 4,000. Pull out your antenna and get ready to buzz. Which movie's four-legged law enforcing lead would never have to be neutered or spayed? K9, Hot Dog the movie. The mechanical dog from Chomps will probably never be in Heat. So it would never be able to share the companionship of a De Niro or a Pacino. Wait, that's the one they're both in, right? Right, yeah. Okay, pick a category. Hiya! And I believe this one's called Time is Relative. 6,000 bucks on the table, better make it good. It's time to get ready and complete this analogy. Night is to day as Black Widow is to Desert Hearts, Doris is to Gladys, Opera is to Races, or Cole is to Porter. Doris day and Gladys night. Very good. Now, if only they'd been in the right order. Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. A Night at the Opera and A Day at the Races are titles of Marx Brothers movies. The Marx Brothers spent a night at the opera, a day at the races, and 6 years trying to ditch Zeppo. Here we have, watch it, you're stepping on Charo. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. Say you're nominated for a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. What screw-up would cost you your star? Never appearing in a movie or TV show, skipping the ceremony if you're alive, picking up garbage at the side of the road, or being dead. Bet you wish you'd pick this. If you're alive, you must guarantee that you'll attend the dedication ceremony. Hey, no problem. For some of these people, it's the first gig they've had in years. Uh-oh, French cutlets prime chore.
It's time for a
ticklish test come.
Let's see if you can make sense of this gibberish category. There was a baseball strike? We're talking $10,000 prize on this gibberish question. Now listen up. Every second and a half, some of the cash is going to disappear. So if you want to win big, you got to be quick. All right, get your finger on your buzzer and tell me what phrase this rhymes with. Mets ball, beaucoup dull hobby. And remember, don't think about the punctuation. This could be it. Type in. What? Excuse? Oh, man, look at this.
What do you got? Oh, man, that's disgusting. Call the Air Force and get...
What? No. Just take some cash away from them. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, now you've had your fun, so let's get back to the game, okay?
I think we should
get out. Leave me alone. We're going to go back to... No. We're going to get back to the... Shut up!
Sorry.
Let's get back to the game. You don't remember that jingle in the movie with the dancing food?
Let's ball beaucoup dull hobby and hit our selfish teat.
Let's all go to the lobby and pay $10 for a bucket of stale popcorn covered in automotive oil.
The following question has been rated 17. No questions under 17 permitted.
The category is fetishes and fermentation. 6,000 big ones for a right answer. Whoa, must be tough. Just step up and take a swing at this one. In which bar's bartending manual would you find this recipe? Take several shots whiskey, pour down shapely legs, suck off toes. The Double Deuce and Roadhouse, the Titty Twister and From Dusk Till Dawn, Cell Block from Cocktail, or Rick's Cafe Americain from Casablanca. No, Cocktail just has a couple of guys playing spin the bottle. Should have picked this. And from dusk till dawn, Quentin Tarantino's character sucks whiskey from a young lady's toes. It's a really erotic scene until he starts eating peanuts out of her armpit. I need a category.
What do we got out there?
It looks like 18, sir.
Well, what do we have here? The Great Brady Escape. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Okay, I think it's safe to assume we all remember the Brady Bunch episode where Bobby and Greg are trapped in Sam's meat cooler, right? Well, since he once played the Cooler King, which actor would have been best suited to help Greg and Bobby in the meat cooler episode of the Brady Bunch? No, but Ernest Borgnine could have helped the kids if the house had ever capsized. Doesn't your cable company provide AMC? Since Steve McQueen's character in The Great Escape spent so much time in jail or the cooler, he's known as the Cooler King. Of course, Alice from the Brady Bunch could also have helped the boys since she's the Cooler Queen. Well, at least that's what Sam calls her. Category. Now showing. I saw it once or twice on cable. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Heads up, here it comes. Which of the following lists Bo Derek's actions in the fine film Bolero? Gets married, runs on beach, gets naked, writhes in honey, loses virginity, heals penis, finds 8-man, has sex, has more sex, or plays baseball, plays football, advertises.
Whoa! Oh, that was nice.
Let's take a look at the right answer. In Bolero, Bo Derek is covered in honey by a sheik, loses her virginity to a bullfighter, and later heals the bullfighter's genitals. I'm not sure how long it took the penis to heal, but it took years for the bullfighter to wipe the smile off his face. The selection is coffee, tea, or me? Oh, let's just make this one $6,000. Fire up those frontal lobes. Here's the question. Say you're a male flight attendant for Aerotica, the airline that's the subject of a musical number and all that jazz. Based on the number, what is your uniform? Your birthday suit. Now that would be more like the air up there, if you know what I'm saying. Let's see what a correct answer looks like. The men in the Aerotica number stripped down to their dance belts. I think you might want to cover up a bit during meal service.
Sir, I didn't order the butt steak.
I need a category. Time. Oh, so you know how this movie ends, huh? Well, then let's fade to black. Here's your category. I'll kill you, but first I'll tell you my evil plan. It goes something like this. Suck so bad when you're playing by yourself! Let's see where you ended up! That's the game! Player, just think, if you only got 1 or 2 more questions right, you'd just be embarrassed instead of utterly humiliated. Oh, and while I'm adding insult to injury...
You don't know,
Okay, good show, everybody. Raul, could you ask the players what they want to do now?
intensity. Wow, look at that. Number 1 on the scoreboard. Good thing it was completely empty. Oh, okay, gotcha. We got action! Okay, people, let's show them what we're made of. Take it from the top.
I'm sorry, Dave. It's question 1.
All right, here's the deal. I like to watch people play board games. This one can net you $1,000. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Imagine you're playing Monopoly with Peter Sellers' simple-minded character from Being There. Which space on the board might he think is named after him? Marvin Gardens, Chance, Jail, or St. James Place? No, you're thinking of Jill St. James. I mean, St. John. Never mind. You should have taken a chance. Peter Sellers' character in Being There is Chance the Gardener. I don't remember. Isn't Being There the movie where he gets to see Shirley MacLaine's community chest? Okay, I need... This category is known as Tiny Minds Think Alike. And we got $3,000 in the pot. Flex those fingers, 'cause here it comes. Because he has the same name, which TV butler could replace Clifton Webb in the movie Sitting Pretty and its sequels? Mr. Belvedere, Benson, Mr. French, or Lurch? Clifton Webb plays butler Mr. Belvedere in Sitting Pretty. Mr. Belvedere goes to college, and Mr. Belvedere rings the bell. Mr. Belvedere. I thought 30 minutes was bad enough. They made a feature-length movie? The category? There are no small parts. 2 G's if you get this one right. Okay, I know you know this guy, but I can't seem to remember his name. Buzz in and type it for me when you figure it out. He was in that weird Ron Howard movie called Willow. He plays himself in Radioland Murders. He's the guy who got all pissed off at that song Short People. And he's only the most famous little person in the universe. Who the heck is he? Run with it. Type in your answer. Nobody picks that one. All you had to do is type this. Billy Barty. What? You didn't think I was going to give you a short answer, did you?
My question for...
Say hello to really specific names for monsters. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Strap on your helmet. We're going in. Which variation of a famous parental admonishment might have helped the scientists in the 1951 version of The Thing?
Why can't you be more like the Wolfman? Your body is going to freeze that way. You'll put your left eye out with that thing.
Or
eat your vegetables before they eat you.
The Thing was a big blood-sucking vegetable.
Quick, lure him next to the entree.
I need a category.
It's a 5!
Let's give a nice warm welcome to the who, the why. $1,000 at stake on this one. Remember the deaf, dumb, and blind kid from the Who musical Tommy? Well, who doesn't? If Chris Farley's Tommy Boy were to play the title role in Tommy, how would he best be described? That short, glum, and snide kid? That deaf, smart, and blonde kid? That tall, dark, and gay kid? Or that fat, dumb, and rich kid?
L is for loser.
It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this. Most of the humor in Tommy Boy is derived from Chris Farley's character being a rich, overweight moron. Totally unlike Black Sheep, in which Farley plays a wealthy, obese idiot. All right, hit me.
She was built like an interstate cloverleaf, made for speed with all the right curves. All I could think of was 6.
Okay, give it up for Wrong Turns Cost Money. And we're talking $2,000 for this baby. Pull out your antenna and get ready to buzz. Suppose Lawrence of Arabia got lost on his way to work and wound up in the setting of the Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Given his new location, what would his new name be? Lawrence of Italy, Lawrence of... No, besides, he wouldn't be Lawrence of California. He'd be like Lars of Cali, and he'd trade in that smelly camel for a Porsche 911, dude. The correct answer is... Lawrence of Arabia would now be Lawrence of Mexico. That's where the treasure of the Sierra Madre takes place. Mexico, where men in dresses are generally frowned upon. Okay, pick... For your enjoyment, a best boy walks into a bar, and you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. Let's see how you handle this one. A best boy grip walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Can I get you a bud?" In keeping with his role on a film set, how might the best boy grip respond? No, a gaffer would ask for a Bud Light. They're responsible for lighting a set, and they enjoy a less filling beer. Bet you wish you'd pick this. The best boy grip is an assistant to the key grip. Basically, someone who does dirty work for other people working on the set. For example, "Hey, Schmitty, go get me a beer."
Yes, sir. Right away, Cookie.
Good boy, Schmitty. Okay, I need a cat. Hey, nice selection, 'cause you just chose yourself a big fat hunkin' question. Are you ready for the dis or dat? The category for this dis or dat question is characters who are very well versed. All right, I'm gonna read off. Oh, I see, you've got this thing down. Well, I'll put 30 seconds on the clock then. Here we go. Zippity-doo-dah, song lyric. Ricky-tikki-tavi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hakuna Matata. Rin Tin Tin. Malmahay. One more. That's all she wrote. You missed 3, but you got 4. Whoop-de-doo. All right, let's see your new total. Could be worse. Your score could be going down. In fact, it still might. Let's find out.
They said it was indestructible. Then disaster struck.
This one's called "You Picked a Fine Time to Leave Me, Loose Wheel." How does $2,000 sound? Imagine you're on your way to the drive-in when you get a flat tire. Instead of calling AAA for roadside assistance, you call AFAA. When the folks from AFAA arrive, what will they probably do with your car? Blow up your car, replace your foreign car with a domestic one, and... Oh, what a shame. For the curious, here's the right answer. The AFAA is the Adult Filmmakers Association of America, so their first impulse might be to whip out the cameras for a quickie. If they get around to fixing your tire, it might take a long time.
Don't suck, blow!
Category, please. Coming at you. I swear to God, I'll jump. $3,000 for this one. Hey, did you ever hear that kids game Jump the Brook? No? Well, use your imagination then. It's a jumping game. Anyway, if you wanted to play Jump the Stony Brook, over whom would you be jumping? The co-star of The Blue Lagoon, a 1930s cowboy? No. England's answer to Jerry Lewis is probably, "You're annoying. Go away." Here's what you should have picked. Stony Brook was the name of one of the 3 Mesquiteers, the cowboy equivalent of the 3 Musketeers. They starred in dozens of films in the 30s and 40s. And the best thing about jumping the 3 Mesquiteers, afterwards you take on a pleasant smoky flavor and aroma. That's it for round 1. Let's go to round 2. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth doubles. Chew on this. Garbage and a girl's best friend. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Okay, listen up. This question is about celebrity trash. I'm gonna dumpster dive and you guess where this trash came from. We got 20 tubes of wrinkle cream, a bloody razor blade, photo negatives of Gloria Swanson, and 1 dead chimpanzee. From where did this trash can originate? Cannery Row. Nope, just a lot of tuna cans and heavy symbolism in their trash. Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. Norma Desmond, played by Gloria Swanson, buries her pet chimp, makes an attempt at suicide, and prims for her comeback while living on Sunset Boulevard. You think being her garbage man sucks? Try cleaning the pool with a corpse floating in it.
Did someone order a 12-inch sausage?
Oh my.
And I believe this one's called Doctor, Doctor, Gimme the News. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Ready? Then check out this doctor's report. Patient arrived shoeless in undershirt with bullet wound, broken glass in left foot, Christmas packing tape on his back. Which movie's action hero is the patient? In Die Hard, Bruce Willis wears an undershirt, is shot in the arm, and tromps barefoot on shards of broken glass.
Sure, you can foil terrorists and destroy buildings, but do you have medical insurance?
The category is Camera Tricks and Yakov Smirnoff. This one can net you $6,000. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. Say you're directing the big Yakov Smirnoff comeback movie. For the opening sequence, you want to use a filmmaking technique known as the Kuleshov effect. What do? Shoot the comic scenes at double speed, intercut unrelated shots of goats into the film, have Yakov speak in Russian backwards, or get the cameraman drunk on... The Kuleshov effect is a method of montage filmmaking in which unrelated shots are juxtaposed to create context and meaning where there is no logical relationship between the shots. Or to explain it another way, if a shot of Yakov followed by a shot of a goat makes you really horny, that's the Kuleshov effect. Okay. All right, here's the deal. Quality is job what? I'm sending over 4,000 dead presidents if you get this one. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. Based on how Harrison Ford made a living before achieving stardom, for which of these famous scenes from his movies was he probably most prepared? In between his early roles, Harrison Ford made his living as a carpenter.
Cut! Harrison!
In the deepest reaches of the Congo lies question 15.
The selection is Drew Barrymore's Altered States, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. All right, pay attention here. Drew Barrymore's first film appearance was in Altered States, the movie in which William Hurt is somehow able to cross from the present into the past through mind-altering drugs. Suppose Drew Barrymore had harnessed a similar power and crossed between her second and third films. What occurrence might we then have seen? She spurns Joey Buttafuoco for Batman the Last...
That's not it.
The correct answer is... Her second film was E.T., and then she did Firestarter.
E.T. phone fire department.
Uh-oh, best of hits fried spore.
It's time for a There Is No Scum.
Lights, camera, here's your gibberish category. Gay apparel. The opening value for this gibberish question is going to be $10K. Now, don't get nervous, but the more time you take, the less cash you get. All right, now pay attention here. Tell me what phrase does this rhyme with? Don the Rutting Doom Boar. Go for it. Type in your answer. Yeah, well, I know some entire movies that should have ended up there, so I don't want to hear any whining. Here we have, he's no David. You give me a right answer, I give you a quick 4,000. Just step up and take a swing at this one. In Airplane, the pilot asks a little boy named Joey if he's ever seen a grown man naked. If Joey says yes, which of these performances might he have seen? Christopher Walken in The Addiction, Willie Nelson naked? Well, I was gonna eat this sandwich. Let's see what a correct answer looks like. Joey could have seen Harvey Keitel butt naked in the piano, and he might have noticed some strange new feelings the next time he practiced his scales. Okay, I need a
Question 18. Honor student by day, stripper by night.
I proudly present, You Can Call Me Ray, and you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. If you have X-ray vision, you can see through people's clothes. But if you had Fay-Ray vision, what could you see? Gene Hackman is a New York cop, the sound of music, the seedy underbelly of LA's Chinatown. You mean like in The French Connection? No, that's if you've got Fernando Ray vision. Should have picked this. Fay-Ray is best remembered as the kidnapped heroine in the first King Kong film. I don't know about you, but I saw right through her performance. Well, what do we have here? My God, there are no more stars on it. And we're talking 2,000 for this baby. Okay, imagine this. Now that Fantasy Island is closed, Tattoo lands a job similar to his old one on the planet Tatooine. What would you most likely hear him yelling to his new boss?
De Galactica, de Galactica.
Tatooine was Luke Skywalker's home planet in Star Wars, so Tattoo would most likely see an X-Wing fighter coming in for a landing. Of course, he'd have to change his name to R2 Tattoo. Let's see what we got going. Before the late night wars, you get 4,000 clams for this one. Poor David Letterman, he's got some of the weirdest fans in the world. Say the woman found lurking on David Letterman's property were the actress who kidnaps the talk show host in The King of Comedy. Which scenario would follow? Drew Barrymore would flash Dave, Sandra Bernhard would straddle Dave, Madonna... No, but as far as cursing on the air, do you think Madonna picked that up from Rodman or he picked that up from her? It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this. In Scorsese's The King of Comedy, Sandra Bernhard plays a character who gets to straddle Jerry Lewis while in her undies. Isn't that what she wore the last time she was on Letterman? On his show, I mean. I need a category. Been there, done that? Let's get on with the attack. Work with this clue. Another dog and pony show. Hope you take home a blue ribbon. Good luck. Player, you ended up with less than nothing. Just think how bad your score would be if you were actually competing with somebody. And while we're on the subject...
You don't know
All right, that's a wrap, everybody. Get the commercials rolling and roll what's happening. We going again?
High score! Doesn't that feel great?